Hello everyone, so as we start off this new section, I mentioned all the way in the beginning that this website called Artbreeder is a good website that you could use to find some kind of facial likeness or a custom face for your character. Okay, so I just wanted to spend a quick video here showing you how it all works essentially. Okay, so I've actually got a character or a person in mind that I want to base the likeness of this character off of, but I thought just in case you at home there wanted a fresh way of doing things, this is a pretty good way that I was very surprised to discover. So what we can do here is Artbreeder. It's an AI based I guess art creation machine. Don't really know much about AI myself, but it does a really good job of sort of creating concept art, and as you can see here, portraits for both realistic faces and anime faces. That's really cool, and it can create lots of this nice artwork as well as full body concept art as well, and it's only getting better. Okay, some of these images here look fantastic, that look better than when I last used it previously. So one of the ways we can go ahead and do this, I'll just show you the basic method to go about creating something. You will need an account for this, but the account is free. There are paid options, but I'll leave that up to you. If we go over to create here on the top right hand side, and we can see here, we can actually select portraits. Okay, so you can compose your own based upon what's already on the site. You can upload something, and you can even animate it to sort of morph between all of these. Okay, so we're going to choose compose. Let's just see what's available on the site, and maybe a couple of things that I've made before in the past. So like any sort of, I guess, splicing, you're going to need parents. Okay, so let's go ahead and select a couple of parents. So I've got a few, if there's a few heads in here that are from mine. And we can actually go pretty wild. We can actually go ahead and take a male face, let's say, and we'll select this. If we're going to make like a female character, let's assume you're going to make a female character, which is what we're doing now. And let's blend it with, oh, there's Red Dead Redemption 2. Let's blend it with this face. Very different styles. You've got an Asian male mixed with a Caucasian redhead, okay, or ginger hair. So very different. Let's go ahead now, and we can actually sort of start to change these sliders up here. But before we do anything, let's see what happens if we just mix these two together. So we'll go down here and do the refresh button, and you can see there it is, it's mixed. Okay, now at the moment it seems to interpret that you kind of want a little bit more of a feminine side, but then you can see some of these faces could appear a little bit more masculine. Now you can change that. Let's say you can change all this. So in gender, I believe if you go negative and then hit the refresh button, it goes more towards female faces. But if you go into the positive angle of things, so if you start going up in positive numbers, let's go up by 0.3 for instance, you can see that we should get more sort of masculine faces. Okay, and what it is, it's just a scale essentially, and you can do that for age. So let's say we want a female character, because we are making a female character, so let's put the gender that way. We'll weight it more towards female, and we can even weight the style. So let's say we like this style here, but we want this face a little bit more and kind of weight it that way. And let's just see what we get there, for instance. And there you go. Okay, so now we've got a bit more of an art style sort of drawing here. Now this is not bad. You can always use a piece of drawn art if you like to create a face or something like that, but obviously we want a bit more photographic. So we have an art slider here. If you drag negatively, it will create something that's more realistic and less art based. So let's see what we do if we do that. So you can see these eyes and faces now start to look a little less drawn and more realistic. You can crank that further down. You can even sort of say, hey, you know what, I want to increase her age. Let's increase her age. And let's go ahead and hit reset, and we can see there that we've increased her age. She does look older, and it's now more like a photograph. Okay, so it's a really powerful tool to just sort of play around and then just make changes and just sort of see what kind of custom face you can come up with, because they do look realistic. Okay, sometimes they might look a little bit odd, but we're very good at telling what faces look realistic. So just pick the one that obviously you like the most, and you can go ahead and do that. So I can even change the ethnicity, so I can maybe make her black, for instance. So there we go. Now we've got a mixture of that in there, so you could even change ethnicity on the fly. Okay, and if you decide, hey, let's go ahead and see what a male person looks like now, with this slider you can change it, and there you go. Okay, so even with the parents there, you can still have a lot of control over, you know, your results just by using these sliders. You can even add an expression and maybe give it blue eyes, why not? and you can see what the results would be here. So it really seems very good. It's a little bit intense. Oh, kind of scary looking, but there you go. Okay, so that's the power of a tool like this. It really is a great tool, and the only downside is that it only provides you with the front face. Okay, so it doesn't really provide you with a side angle or anything like that, which is a little bit disappointing, but at the same time it does give you a very strong foundation to sort of create a custom face essentially, and you can use that as a front projection image, which I'll show you actually how to do in the next video. Okay, so I just wanted to go ahead and show you that, and yeah, go ahead and have a play around, why don't you?